Hi everybody, this is TSJ1102 and this is my first video, and I wanted to start by showing some of my seedlings. So this is some big Caesar lettuce that I started. This is my grow light setup here. I'm using the one by the Rustic Garden. These guys were a little difficult to start, but the ones that survived are really coming along. Here I have the speckled or freckled lettuce, but the rest of them are big Caesar. Here I have some cauliflower here, and these guys in the back, which I all started from seed. These are some peppers that I started from seed. And these tomatoes are yellow pear, which I also started from seed. This is my first time starting seeds. I thought it'd be a little difficult, but the tomatoes actually did pretty well. These guys in these cups and in this pot were actually bought at a plant sale from ag science group of students. So this is a sweet million, and I think the other one's aroma. And over here I have some experiments. These are collard greens that my father wanted me to start. And in here there's also a couple of broccoli starts that aren't doing really well right now, and pepper starts right there. And in the back I have some basil. So next, let's see my marigolds, which are outside. So out here I have all my marigold starts. I started all of these guys from seeds. I have been keeping them outside now because I'm just out of room up under the grow light. These are going to go in the tomato beds and with the kale to help deter pests. I'm not fully organic, but I try to do simple things, so the marigolds are easy. And I still have plenty of seeds. Here are some more of the plants that I got from the ag science kids. Some oregano, some jalapeno peppers, some lemon balm, and I think these are red bell peppers. Okay, next is the kale side yard. So on the side of my house this past month I planted 35 kale plants. I have been working on juicing and some other things, but I really love kale, and somebody said it was almost impossible to kill, so I decided, since I don't use this side of my house and it's very shaded but it does get sun in the evening, that kale would do well over here. So like I said, there are about 35 kale plants on this side of the house. Most of them are transplants from my eager beaver. Before last winter I planted a patch of it and just had so many starts, but it's come out great because now I can use them to fill this whole side of the yard. I'm going to add marigolds to go with these guys to help, like I said, deter pests. But I think this is going to be a pretty awesome place to come and get food from every day, as the kale starts to produce a lot before the weather gets way too hot for it. Up here are the two new beds that I built about 3 weeks ago. This guy here is going to be tomatoes and a few other things, maybe some beets and root vegetables. And then over here I've already started, this guy here is mostly greens. There's spinach, arugula, more Caesar lettuce, and you can start to see a couple of the sprouts are already up. But the freckled lettuce is hard to come up. So this here is arugula, and this here is the lettuce. And then there's some chard over there. I'll be glad when these things get a little bigger so you can see them. In the back I put 3 radicchio plants that I got from the local big box. I've never grown radicchio before, and I thought it would be interesting to see, if it would actually head up and produce. Here's some items left from my bucket garden from last year. I'll be expanding that as soon as the deck is done, but for now I still got some Brussels sprout, which hasn't gone to flower yet, and there were a few little Brussels sprouts trying to start, but I think I just planted them way too late. Over here are some more of those kale starts that I had, and some spinach. So over here are my boxes. The little one what was the first one, and then the middle one was the second one, the taller one, and then the last one. This last one here, I turned these over this weekend with some compost and some mulch provided by the local county area. But this here is going to be cucumbers, this guy here is going to be tomatoes, and this guy here is going to be tomatoes. Last year this guy was peppers. I did find a lot of grubs in this bed when I dug it up, and I've been reading that that's okay, but this bed didn't have any grubs in it. But this guy's only a year old, and this bed's probably 2-3 years old. So those will be getting planted once the weather gets where we don't have any more freezing nights. Over here is where I'm going to basically do like a herb patch. So that is cilantro, and in the back is a onion. In the middle, in that black pot, I think we're going to put some rosemary, and yet again some more cilantro up front. In the back, I just put in a sage plant that I got while visiting my sister a couple of months ago. Here's some chives that have been here for quite some time. They do quite well. I've never even clipped them. And these are beets. I am really horrible at growing beets, but these guys survived like from last spring, and I transplanted them there. In the back, you'll see strawberries left from last year that have started to come back, and there are some itty bitty little strawberries starting to come. Here I have my rosemary and another rosemary, and then this big guy is my pride and joy. This here's my fig tree from last year. I don't have the room to plant it in the yard, so we'll have to see where he eventually ends up, but right now I like it because I can move him around. And again, the last of some beets that I transplanted from seeds I started last spring, but they overwintered. They look okay. So I'm going to see if they'll actually grow in this new little pot. Well, that's it. That's my April 2nd update on my little side house gardens and beds. Hopefully I won't be too disgusted with the quality of the video, and maybe I'll learn to make some more. Okay.